when it comes to dogs that are not only adorable and intelligent but also full of personality. Few breeds can match the charm of the Beagle. With their soulful eyes, floppy ears, and ever-wagging tails, Beagles have captured the hearts of millions of families around the world. But behind that cute appearance lies an entire world of fascinating traits you might not yet know. In this in-depth article, we'll explore everything about the Beagle breed, from its ancient origins to its playful temperament and unique care needs. Whether you're considering adding a Beagle to your family or simply want to learn more about this beloved breed, get ready for a fun and informative journey ahead. Close your eyes for a moment and imagine this. A gentle English morning fog drapes the rolling countryside. A group of small, eager hounds move swiftly through the underbrush, tails wagging high, noses pressed to the earth following an invisible trail with relentless focus. Among them is a familiar silhouette, long ears, bright eyes, and a determination that can only belong to one breed, the Beagle. But where did these charming, playful, and surprisingly stubborn little dogs come from? Their story isn't just adorable, it's epic. Blank. Not just a dog, a timeless companion. Beagles have walked beside humans for over 2,000 years. Yes, you read that right. These small hounds were there long before smartphones, cars, and even electricity. Their story begins in the ancient world, where early hunters and tribes recognized their unmatched ability to follow a scent, relentlessly, patiently, accurately. Although exact origins remain somewhat mysterious, most historians believe that the earliest ancestors of the Beagle were used by the Romans, who brought their small hunting dogs to Britain during their conquests. These early dogs were likely crossed with native British hounds. And from this mix, the roots of the Beagle took hold. Back then, these dogs weren't pampered house pets. They were skilled hunters, an essential part of survival. Without grocery stores, people relied on dogs like these to track rabbits and game that fed entire villages. They were small. But don't let size fool you, Beagles were warriors of the wilderness. Nose first and fearless. Royal blood and tiny tails, the pocket Beagle era. Fast forward to the Middle Ages, and you'll find Beagles living not only in the countryside but also among royalty. Enter the age of the pocket Beagle, an adorable, miniature version of the Beagle that was so small it could fit in a saddlebag. Yes, literally. These pint-sized Beagles stood just under 9 inches, 23 centimeters, tall and were a favorite of Queen Elizabeth I, who adored their playful spirit. She even let them run along the banquet table to amuse her guests. Imagine having royal dinner entertainment in the form of Beagles dancing between goblets and platters of roast meat. Yes, that happened. While the pocket Beagle didn't survive long as a breed due to poor health and excessive miniaturization, its legacy lives on in the Beagle's gentle demeanor and lovable nature today. From hunting fields to global fame. The 18th and 19th centuries marked the true transformation of the Beagle into a breed we recognize today. In rural England, Beagles were developed and refined for performance, not beauty. They were bred to be tough, resilient, and unstoppable when it came to tracking. One key figure was Reverend Philip Honeywood, who established a Beagle breeding program in Essex. His dogs were fast, focused, and tireless, a dream come true for English hare hunters. But the man who gave us the beautiful Beagle we know and love today was Thomas Johnson, who believed that a Beagle should not only hunt well but also look good doing it. His work gave us the well-balanced, tri-colored, intelligent-faced dogs we adore in the modern era. And then, the Beagle crossed the ocean. Hello, America, a star is born. When Beagles arrived in the United States in the mid-1800s, they immediately made a splash. Americans fell in love with their charm, their size, and especially their skill in hunting cottontail rabbits. In 1885, the American Kennel Club, AKC, officially recognized the Beagle. And by the early 20th century, Beagles weren't just working dogs, they were appearing in households, cartoons, and even airports. That's right. Thanks to their insanely strong noses, over 220 million scent receptors, Beagles were recruited by the U.S. Department of Agriculture as airport detection dogs. Small, friendly, and non-threatening, they could sniff out prohibited foods and plants in passengers' luggage without making travelers nervous. They became known as the Beagle Brigade, and their noses have prevented untold ecological disasters. The name, Beagle, where did it come from? The name, Beagle, has a few possible roots, and each is as charming as the dog itself. From Old French, Beagle, meaning loud mouth or open throat, a reference to their unmistakable howl. From Celtic, beag, meaning small, a nod to their size and agility. Either way, the name perfectly suits a dog that's small in stature but massive in personality and voice. Blank, underscore, blank. More than a breed, a living legacy. From ancient Roman battlefields to the royal courts of England, and finally to modern family homes, Beagles have adapted, evolved, and endured. They've stayed true to their purpose. To love unconditionally. To follow their noses. To be the curious, brave, loyal companions that humans didn't know they needed, but now can't live without. So the next time you see a beagle sniffing under a bush or letting out that iconic, "Aroo" howl, remember, you're not just looking at a cute dog. You're looking at a living piece of history. A four-legged explorer whose spirit has endured the test of time. There are many dogs in the world. But let's be honest, none look quite like a beagle. With their soulful brown eyes, long floppy ears, and compact little bodies that seem built for both play and pursuit. Beagles strike a balance between adorable and athletic that's hard to resist. If you've ever found yourself falling in love with a beagle after just one look, well, welcome to the club. Let's break down exactly what makes their appearance so unforgettable. Blank, underscore, blank. Small in size, big in impact. Beagles are considered small to medium hounds. But don't let their modest size fool you. They're packed with energy, power, and personality. There are actually two size categories for beagles. 13-inch beagle, standing no taller than 13 inches, 33 centimeters, at the shoulder. 15-inch beagle, slightly taller, between 13 and 15 inches, 33 to 38 centimeters. Both types share the same look, charm, and instincts. The difference is mainly about hunting terrain. The smaller beagle was perfect for denser brush, while the taller ones handled more open landscapes. Weight-wise, beagles usually fall between 20 to 30 pounds, 9 to 13.5 kilograms. But let's be real, many beagle parents will admit their pups push the upper limit thanks to their love of snacks. Blank, underscore, blank. That iconic face, a window into their soul. There's something about a beagle's face that just melts hearts. Eyes, large, round, and usually brown or hazel. Their eyes seem to speak. They carry a soft, pleading look often described as asterisk, puppy dog eyes, and yes, beagles basically invented that term. Ears, long, velvety, and droopy. Their ears are one of their most distinctive features, not just cute, but functional. As they sniff, those ears stir up scent molecules and help funnel the smell toward their nose. Evolution, but make it adorable. Muzzle and nose. The muzzle is strong and square, ending in a black nose that's one of the best in the animal kingdom. With more than 220 million scent receptors, a beagle's nose is like a high-tech radar, except it runs on hot dogs and curiosity. Blank, underscore, blank. The famous beagle coat, style meets function. Beagles wear a short, dense, double-layered coat. This gives them just the right balance between weather protection and low-maintenance grooming. It's waterproof, dirt-resistant, and remarkably resilient for all the mud and mischief they get into. But what really grabs attention? The color patterns. The most common is tricolor, black, white, and brown, often with a saddle-like marking on the back. Other color variations include lemon and white, soft yellowish tan with white, red and white, chocolate tricolor, blue tick or red tick, speckled. Each beagle's coat is a bit unique, like fingerprints. And their tails? Always tipped in white, a natural flag to help hunters, and you, spot them in tall grass. Blank, underscore, blank. Built to track, built to run. The beagle isn't just a pretty face, it's an athlete. Every part of its body is built for endurance, agility, and purposeful movement. Neck, slightly arched, allowing the nose to reach the ground easily. Ever wonder why your beagle always walks with its head down? It's on the scent trail. Body, compact and muscular, with a deep chest for good lung capacity. This gives beagles the stamina to run for hours. Legs, strong and straight, built to handle long-distance trails and uneven terrain. Tail, high and sturdy, often wagging with excitement. The white tip isn't just cute, it was designed to stay visible during hunts. In motion, beagles display effortless grace. Their trot is steady and controlled, with a certain bouncy charm. They may look clumsy while playing, but when it comes to following a scent, they're focused and fluid like a seasoned athlete. Blank, underscore, blank. Why their physical traits matter. Beagle features aren't just for show, they're a masterclass in form-following function. Every inch of a beagle is a reflection of thousands of years of evolution and refinement. Their compact size allows them to get into burrows and thick brush. Their long ears help carry scent particles to their nose. Their nose itself is an elite-level tool used by law enforcement and customs officers. And their coat and build allow them to thrive in rain, mud, forest, or couch. Yes, they can do both. Blank, underscore, blank. Light bulb beagle fun fact. Did you know? A beagle's sense of smell is so precise. It can differentiate individual components in a single scent, like separating salt from sugar in a chocolate chip cookie just by sniffing. This isn't just impressive, it's science. That nose is second only to the bloodhound. Blank, underscore, blank. Paw and summary, the beagle body is a work of art. Beagles are the perfect blend of beauty and utility. They're cute, yes, but beneath that cuddly exterior lies a high-performance tracking machine. Their looks aren't just appealing. They're intentionally designed for survival, hunting, and, well, stealing food from your kitchen counter without a sound. Their expressive faces and huggable bodies may win your heart, but it's their structure, instincts, and function that make them one of the most resilient, versatile, and beloved breeds in the world. If the beagle were a human, it would be the class clown, the curious scientist, and the loyal best friend all rolled into one. This breed has a personality so rich, so expressive, and so relatable that you'll often forget you're living with a dog, and start thinking you're living with a four-legged toddler. So what truly makes a beagle tick? Let's step into their world. Blank, underscore, blank. Playful, joyful, and bursting with curiosity. Beagles are naturally happy. You can see it in their bouncy trot, their constantly wagging tail, and their sheer excitement over, well, everything. A new toy? Ecstatic. A new smell? Bliss. A squirrel? That's a full-blown adventure. They approach life with unfiltered enthusiasm, and their playfulness is one of their most endearing traits. Beagles love to chase, tug, dig, wrestle, and run. Whether it's playing fetch in the yard or inventing their own game indoors. They rarely run out of energy or ideas. Their goofy sense of humor makes them natural comedians. Drop a sock on the floor? It's theirs now. Open the fridge door? They're already there, investigating like little food detectives. Blank, underscore, blank. The nose rules all. If there's one thing that defines a beagle's behavior above all else, it's this. They are scent-driven dogs, first, last, and always. Their nose isn't just powerful, it's everything to them. They will follow a scent across fields, through bushes, under fences, even into trouble. Once they lock onto a smell, it's almost impossible to call them back. Training recall? Good luck, unless you're more interesting than the squirrel they just found. Spoiler, you're not. This obsession with scent isn't bad behavior, it's biology. Beagles were bred to track and chase, and their minds are wired to follow their noses with laser focus. Blank, underscore, blank. Affectionate and family-oriented. Beagles are pack animals through and through. They don't do well in isolation, and they absolutely thrive on companionship. They want to be close to you. Like, right next to you, or on top of you, or under your feet while you cook. Whether it's cuddling on the couch or nuzzling their head into your side. Beagles crave connection. And with kids, absolute magic. They're gentle and rarely aggressive. They love playtime just as much as toddlers do. They're sturdy enough to handle rough and tumble games, yet sensitive enough to be comforting companions. This makes them ideal family dogs. But also means they don't like being left alone for long hours. A bored beagle? That's where the chaos begins. Blank, underscore, blank. Stubborn? Yes. Untrainable? Not at all. Let's address the elephant in the room, or rather, the beagle on your kitchen table eating your sandwich. Beagles have a reputation for being stubborn. And yes, it's true, but it's not because they're bad dogs. It's because they're independent thinkers, incredibly intelligent, and deeply driven by their own motivations, usually food or scent. Training a beagle requires consistency, patience, and most importantly, treats. Use positive reinforcement. Make training sessions fun, fast-paced, and full of rewards. Harsh discipline doesn't work on beagles, they just tune you out. But if you make it a game, you've got a star pupil. Blank, underscore, blank. Vocal and expressive, get ready for the Beagle Bay. One thing you'll never mistake a beagle for? A quiet dog. They're known for their distinctive howl, often called the Beagle Bay. It's not just barking, it's a musical, melodic call that echoes across rooms and sometimes neighborhoods. They vocalize to alert you to something, get attention, express excitement, or just because they can. If you live in an apartment with thin walls, a beagle might not be your best bet, unless your neighbors love dogs as much as you do. Blank, underscore, blank. Escape artists and expert explorers. Never underestimate a beagle's creativity when they want to go on an adventure. They can climb fences. They can dig under gates. They can open doors, lift latches, and squeeze through holes you didn't even know existed. If they catch a scent trail, their brain says, follow, and their body obeys, no matter how many barriers you've put in place. So secure your yard, chip your dog, and always keep an eye on them during walks. Think of your beagle as a tiny, adorable Houdini with a PhD in escape tactics. Blank, underscore, blank. Paw in summary, a big personality in a compact body. The beagle's temperament is a masterclass in contrasts. Sweet yet stubborn. Loyal yet independent. Smart yet silly. Driven by instinct but fueled by love. They're not a breed for everyone. But for those who understand them, embrace their quirks, and laugh through the mischief, they become so much more than a pet. They become part of your soul. So, you've fallen in love with a beagle. Maybe it's the eyes, maybe it's the floppy ears. Maybe it's the way they greet you like you've been gone for a decade, even if you just went to check the mailbox. But here's the truth. Owning a beagle is not just a privilege, it's a responsibility. This is a breed with energy to spare, a mind that never stops ticking, and a nose that will lead it straight into trouble if you don't guide it with purpose and love. Let's explore what it really takes to raise a happy, healthy, well-adjusted beagle. Blank, underscore, blank. Nutrition, feed the fuel. But don't overdo it. Beagles love food more than life itself. They'll eat anything. They'll act starving even after dinner. Their bottomless appetite is legendary. What to feed? High-quality kibble rich in protein, chicken, lamb, fish. Include omega-3 and 6 fatty acids for coat health. Avoid fillers like corn, soy, artificial dyes. Feeding schedule. 2 meals a day, puppies may need 3. Use measured portions, free feeding leads to weight gain. Beagles are prone to obesity, which puts pressure on their joints and organs. Their sad puppy eyes may beg for scraps, but resist the guilt, they'll thank you later with a longer, healthier life. Pro tip. Use food dispensing toys to combine feeding with mental stimulation. Blank, underscore, blank. Exercise, tire the body, calm the mind. Beagles are working dogs. They were born to move. If they don't burn their energy constructively, they will channel it into destruction. Daily exercise needs. At least 1 hour per day of moderate to intense activity. Include brisk walks, scent games, fetch, and off-leash play in secure areas. Beagles don't just enjoy walks, they live for them. Their nose leads the way, and every blade of grass tells a story. Let them sniff. It's their version of reading the news. Warning. Beagles cannot be trusted off-leash in open areas. Their nose will take over their brain and you'll be left yelling while they chase a squirrel 3 blocks away. Blank, underscore, blank. Mental stimulation. A busy beagle is a good beagle. A beagle without mental challenges is a beagle chewing your couch. Ideas to keep their mind engaged. Scent trails and tracking games. Puzzle feeders and treat dispensing toys. Hide and seek, with toys or people. New walking routes. Obedience training. Training isn't optional, it's essential. Beagles may be stubborn, but they're also smart. And when they're mentally satisfied, they're calmer, more obedient, and less likely to destroy your home. Blank, underscore, blank. Grooming, low maintenance, high reward. One of the perks of having a beagle is their easy care coat. But don't skip grooming just because they're low maintenance. Grooming checklist. Brush once or twice a week to remove dead hair. Bathe once every 4 to 6 weeks, more if needed. Clean ears weekly to prevent infections. Trim nails every 2 to 3 weeks. Brush teeth 2 to 3 times a week. Beagles do shed, especially during seasonal changes. A regular brushing routine keeps fur off your furniture and strengthens the bond between you and your dog. Blank, underscore, blank. Living environment, create a safe and enriching home. Beagles are curious. They'll go anywhere, chew anything, and squeeze into places you thought were impossible. Home safety tips. Fence your yard securely. Store trash, food, and cleaning supplies out of reach. Keep doors and gates latched. Offer plenty of chew toys. Beagles love cozy spaces. Dog beds, crates, or blankets under furniture become their personal dens. Provide safe, comfy zones where they can relax after a long day of sniffing. Blank, underscore, blank. Socialization, start young, build confidence. Beagles are pack-oriented. Early socialization helps them grow into friendly, confident adults. Expose your puppy to new people, adults, kids, strangers, other dogs in safe, positive settings. Various environments like parks, stores, different surfaces and sounds. Socialization should be positive and gradual. Pair new experiences with praise and treats. The goal is a dog who isn't afraid of fireworks, vet visits, or delivery drivers. Blank, underscore, blank. Emotional health, be present. Be patient. Beagles don't just want companionship, they need it. They are not solitary dogs. Leaving them alone for long hours will cause anxiety and behavioral issues. They can develop separation anxiety if not taught to be alone gradually. Consider a dog walker, pet sitter, or doggy daycare if you're gone often. Your Beagle wants to be involved in your life. Include them in activities. Talk to them. Cuddle them. Laugh with them. They're not just a pet, they're family. In summary, care is love in action. A healthy Beagle is a happy, balanced, and endlessly entertaining companion. They ask for a lot: exercise, structure, attention. But they give back even more: loyalty, laughter, and unconditional love. Beagles don't just want to live with you, they want to share life with you. Every moment, every adventure, every nap on the couch. Training a Beagle is like trying to negotiate with a toddler who just discovered cookies. They're clever, they're persistent, and once they get an idea in their head, good luck changing it, unless you're smarter, faster, and more consistent. But here's the good news. Beagles are not impossible to train. In fact, they can excel in obedience and even agility, as long as the approach is right. Or get dominance. Forget harsh correction. What Beagles need is motivation, patience, and structure. Let's walk through how to raise a well-behaved Beagle, from puppy to proud adult. Blank, underscore, blank. Understand the Beagle brain. Beagles were bred for one purpose: to hunt by scent. Their incredible noses and focus are assets in the field, but they can also make training a challenge. A Beagle doesn't ignore commands to be rude. They simply might not hear you, because they're too busy tracking a smell from 3 rooms away. To train a Beagle, you need to understand their mindset. Food is a powerful motivator. Repetition and consistency are key. Harsh discipline doesn't work, it just creates fear or stubborn resistance. Training sessions should be short, fun, and rewarding. In other words, training a Beagle isn't about control, it's about cooperation. Blank, underscore, blank. Start young. Early puppy training. The earlier you start, the better. A Beagle puppy's brain is like a sponge, ready to absorb the basics of how the world works. Focus on name recognition. Simple commands: sit, come, down, stay. Leash walking, even indoors. Potty training with frequent, predictable breaks. Crate training to provide structure and safety. Bite inhibition, teaching them how to use their mouth gently. Use treats, praise, and toys to reinforce every good behavior. Make training feel like a game, not a chore. Beagles love patterns. The more routine and clarity you provide, the faster they learn. Blank, underscore, blank. House training a Beagle. Potty training a Beagle can be slow. Their curious noses distract them from the task at hand. But consistency and positive reinforcement win every time. Tips. Take them out after eating, drinking, playing, and waking up. Use the same spot outdoors so their scent guides them. Praise enthusiastically when they go in the right place. Avoid punishment, interrupt accidents gently and redirect. A Beagle might not be fully house trained until 6 months or older. Be patient. They'll get there. Blank, underscore, blank. Leash training, walk, don't drag. Beagles pull, it's what they do. When they catch a scent, they want to go. Leash training should start early and continue regularly. Use a front clip harness to reduce pulling. Stop walking when they pull, only move when the leash is slack. Reward them for walking beside you with treats or praise. Practice focus cues like, watch me, and heel. This kind of leash training requires repetition, but it pays off. Eventually, your beagle learns that walking calmly gets them more sniff time, not less. Blank, underscore, blank. Essential commands for beagles. Beagles respond best to clear, simple commands paired with immediate rewards. These are the most important cues to teach. Sit. Stay. Come. Leave it. Drop it. Wait, especially at doors or before meals. Quiet, for managing excessive barking. Come, can be the hardest to master. Beagles are notorious for selective hearing when off-leash. That's why it's best taught gradually, using a long training lead and high-value treats. Don't just practice indoors. Generalize commands by training in different locations with various distractions. Blank, underscore, blank. Curbing barking and howling. Beagles are vocal. Barking, howling, baying, it's all part of their DNA, but you can manage it with training. Steps to reduce nuisance barking. Identify the cause, boredom, alert, demand, separation anxiety. Redirect with another activity, like a toy or game. Teach the quiet command by rewarding silence. Avoid reinforcing barking by yelling or reacting emotionally. Exercise, mental stimulation, and company are key. A tired beagle is a quiet beagle. Blank, underscore, blank. Avoiding common mistakes. Training a beagle isn't about perfection, it's about progress. Still, some pitfalls can slow you down. Inconsistent commands confuse them. Long sessions lead to boredom. Ignoring good behavior means fewer repeats. Harsh correction damages trust. Letting them off leash too early risks safety. Beagles are extremely food-driven, but don't overuse treats. Gradually replace food with praise, petting, or play. Blank, underscore, blank. Advanced training. Beagle potential beyond the basics. Once your beagle masters obedience, you can explore advanced options that align with their natural talents. Scent detection games, like finding hidden treats or toys. Tracking and nosework, even in organized dog sports. Agility or rally obedience. Trick training. Beagles are great performers. Therapy dog certification. Training becomes even more enjoyable once your dog understands the process. They'll start offering behaviors just to see what gets rewarded. That's when it gets really fun. Blank, underscore, blank. Training summary tips. Keep sessions short. 5 to 10 minutes is perfect. Use positive reinforcement. Treats. Toys. Praise. Train every day, even just a little. Make training a game, not a battle. Set realistic goals. Beagles are smart but not always fast learners. Celebrate every win. Blank, underscore, blank. In summary, train with heart. Lead with consistency. Beagles won't blindly follow your lead just because you're in charge. They follow when they trust, when they're engaged, and when they're motivated. You don't need to dominate a beagle, you need to guide them. Training isn't just about commands. It's how you build communication, trust, and respect between you and your dog. It's how your beagle learns not just how to behave, but how to be happy, confident, and safe in your world. Your beagle is talking to you every day. Not with words, but with eyes, ears, tail, posture, and sound. Understanding their body language is like learning a new language, one that builds trust, prevents problems, and deepens your connection. Too often, we only notice what a dog does, not what they feel. But behavior is a signal. A bark isn't just a sound. A wagging tail isn't always joy. And a yawn doesn't always mean your beagle is tired. Let's decode what your beagle is saying. Blank, underscore, blank. The happy beagle, signs of joy and playfulness. A joyful beagle is one of the most heartwarming sights. When they're content, they're expressive, silly, and full of energy. Signs of happiness. Loose, wiggly body. Tail wagging in wide, sweeping motions. Bright, alert eyes. Play bows, front and down. Rear up. Bouncing or spinning in excitement. Mouth open in a relaxed smile. You'll often see these behaviors during walks, mealtime, or when greeting family. A happy beagle wants to engage, explore, and be close to you. Blank, underscore, blank. The curious beagle, nose to the ground, eyes on the prize. Curiosity is at the core of beagle nature. Their nose guides their decisions. And once they catch a scent, the rest of the world disappears. Signs your beagle is tracking are curious. Nose glued to the ground. Tail raised and stiff. Slow, methodical walking. Head tilting when hearing new sounds. Intense focus, ignoring other stimuli. When in this mode, they may not respond to commands. It's not defiance, it's instinct. Using recall games and scent-based training can help redirect this drive positively. Blank, underscore, blank. The anxious beagle, subtle signals of stress. Beagles are emotionally sensitive. Changes in routine, loud noises, or long periods of isolation can trigger stress or anxiety. Stress signs. Pacing or restlessness. Excessive panting, not from heat or exercise. Ears pinned back. Lip licking, yawning, or shaking off, as if wet. Avoiding eye contact. Hiding or seeking comfort. Destructive chewing or barking when left alone. These signals are often missed until the behavior becomes problematic. Early recognition allows you to comfort, redirect, or remove the stressor before it escalates. Blank, underscore, blank. The alert beagle, on guard, but not aggressive. Beagles may not be natural guard dogs, but they're excellent watchdogs. They'll bark when they hear or smell something unfamiliar, whether it's the mailman or a cat in the yard. Signs of alertness. Body stiffens, head raised. Tail straight and slightly wagging. Ears erect or forward. Barking in a sharp, repetitive pattern. Staring in a fixed direction. This state is normal in short bursts. You can train your beagle to respond to a quiet command to reduce nuisance barking while still allowing them to feel heard. Blank, underscore, blank. The fearful beagle, when confidence crumbles. Fearful behavior can be mistaken for disobedience or stubbornness. But a scared beagle isn't being difficult, they're overwhelmed. Fear signals. Cowering or trying to hide. Tail tucked tightly. Freezing or refusing to move. Whining or yelping. Submissive urination, especially in puppies. Avoiding touch. Punishing fear only worsens it. Instead, create safe spaces, use positive reinforcement, and slowly desensitize them to whatever causes the fear, whether it's strangers, grooming tools, or loud sounds. Blank, underscore, blank. The aggressive or defensive beagle, rare, but serious. Beagles are generally friendly, but like any dog, they can display aggressive behavior if pushed beyond their comfort zone. Most aggression stems from fear, pain, or territorial instincts. Warning signs. Growling, baring teeth. Raised hackles, fur along the back. Stiff posture with direct stare. Snapping or lunging. Possessive growling over food or toys. If these signs appear regularly, seek a professional trainer or behaviorist. It's essential to address the root cause early before it escalates into dangerous behavior. Blank, underscore, blank. Vocal communication, what their sounds mean. Beagles are famous for their voices. They don't just bark, they bay, howl, yodel, and sometimes do all three in a row. Common vocalizations. Bark, alert or demand for attention. Howl, responding to sirens, loneliness, or expressing excitement. Baying, a deep, rhythmic bark usually triggered by scent or play. Whining, anxiety, discomfort, or asking for something. Yipping, excitement, especially during play. Learning your beagle's unique sound, language, helps you differentiate between boredom, warning, excitement, and stress. Blank, underscore, blank. Tail talk, the beagle's mood meter. The tail is like an emotional antenna. Here's what different tail positions can tell you. High and wagging fast, excitement. Mid-level, wagging slow, cautious but friendly. Low and still, uncertain or submissive. Tucked tightly, fear or stress. High and stiff, alert or potentially defensive. Context matters. A wagging tail doesn't always mean a happy dog. Watch the rest of their body for clues. Blank, underscore, blank. Ears and eyes, windows into their feelings. Beagle ears are expressive. Forward and upright, curious or alert. Pinned back, nervous, anxious, or submissive. One up, One down. Conflicted or unsure. Eyes also tell a story. Soft, blinking eyes, relaxed and content. Wide eyes with whites showing, whale eye, fear or tension. Direct stare with tense face, warning or challenge. Use these subtle signs to gauge comfort and adjust your interactions accordingly. Blank, underscore, blank. Know the difference, play versus fight. Beagles are enthusiastic players, but rough play can sometimes look like aggression. Signs of healthy play. Loose, bouncy movement. Self-handicapping, big dog goes easy on little one. Play bow signals. Taking turns chasing. Quick pauses and breaks. Red flags during play. No breaks. Escalating tension. One dog constantly pinning the other. Growling turns into snarling. Body stiffens with tail raised high. Interrupt rough play early with a cheerful tone and redirect them with toys or a change of scene. Blank, underscore, blank. In summary, listen with your eyes. Beagles don't lie. They wear their hearts on their sleeves, or in their ears. Tail, and voice. Learning to read your Beagle's body language opens a new channel of communication. It reduces misunderstandings, builds stronger trust, and prevents problems before they begin. Watch closely, respond thoughtfully. And always remember, every look, posture, and wag is a message. Your Beagle may look like the picture of health, bright eyes, wagging tail, boundless energy, but underneath that happy-go-lucky exterior, there are real health concerns every owner should watch for. Beagles are generally a hardy breed, but like all purebred dogs, they're prone to certain genetic and lifestyle-related issues. The good news? Most health problems can be managed, or even prevented, with knowledge, early detection, and smart care. Let's explore the most common health issues in Beagles, how to spot them early, and what you can do to help your dog live a longer, happier life. Blank, underscore, blank. Obesity, the silent danger. Beagles love food. They'll act like they're starving 24/7, even right after a full meal. But giving in to those pleading eyes can lead to a major problem, obesity. Extra weight puts pressure on joints, shortens lifespan, and increases the risk of diabetes, heart disease, and arthritis. How to prevent it? Measure meals instead of free feeding. Limit treats to 10% of daily intake. Give healthy, low-calorie snacks, like carrots or green beans. Stick to a consistent feeding routine. Exercise daily, walks, games, and mental stimulation help burn calories. A healthy Beagle has a visible waist and you should be able to feel, but not see, their ribs. If they look round or barrel-shaped, it's time to recheck the diet and activity level. Blank, underscore, blank. Ear infections, the floppy ear curse. Those adorable floppy ears? They trap moisture and limit airflow, making Beagles more prone to ear infections than upright-eared breeds. Symptoms to watch for: scratching or pawing at ears, head shaking, bad smell from ears, redness or discharge, tilting the head to one side. Regular ear cleaning helps prevent infections. Use a vet-approved solution and clean weekly, especially after baths or swims. Never use cotton swabs deep in the ear canal. If you see any signs of infection, get your Beagle to a vet quickly. Left untreated, infections can damage hearing or cause chronic discomfort. Blank, underscore, blank. Hip dysplasia and joint problems. Though more common in larger breeds, Beagles can still suffer from hip dysplasia, an abnormal formation of the hip joint that causes pain and limited mobility. Signs include limping or bunny hopping, reluctance to jump or climb stairs, difficulty standing after rest, swollen or stiff joints. Prevention starts early with proper diet and controlled exercise during puppyhood. Avoid letting young Beagles jump from high surfaces or over-exercise on hard ground. If your Beagle is diagnosed, treatment may include weight management, physical therapy, supplements, like glucosamine, or surgery in severe cases. Blank, underscore, blank. Hypothyroidism, the invisible slowdown. Many middle-aged Beagles develop hypothyroidism, a condition where the thyroid gland doesn't produce enough hormones. It slows metabolism and can mimic signs of laziness or depression. Watch for weight gain without increased food, low energy or sleepiness, dry skin and thinning fur, cold intolerance, behavior changes, depression or irritability. A simple blood test can confirm the diagnosis, and daily thyroid medication can bring them back to normal. This condition is lifelong but highly manageable with proper treatment. Blank, underscore, blank. Epilepsy, seizures in Beagles. Beagles are more prone to idiopathic epilepsy than many breeds. While scary to witness, many dogs with seizures live full, active lives. Signs of a seizure: sudden collapse, paddling limbs, drooling or foaming, loss of awareness or staring blankly, post-seizure confusion or tiredness. Most seizures last less than a minute. Stay calm, move furniture away, and never try to hold their mouth. Afterward, comfort your dog and note the time and duration. If seizures happen more than once a month, or increase in severity, consult your vet. Anti-seizure medication may be prescribed to manage the condition. Blank, underscore, blank. Cherry eye, that red bump in the corner. Cherry eye occurs when the tear gland in a beagle's third eyelid slips out of place. It looks like a red or pink lump in the inner corner of the eye. While it's not usually painful, it can cause irritation, dryness, and recurrent infection. Treatment may include anti-inflammatory drops, surgical correction, usually minor, keeping the area clean and protected. Cherry eye often shows up in young dogs and may affect one or both eyes. It's more of a cosmetic concern than a dangerous one, but should still be checked by a vet. Blank, underscore, blank. Intervertebral disc disease, IVDD. Beagles, with their long backs and short legs, are at risk for spinal disc problems. IVDD happens when discs between the vertebrae rupture or bulge. Pressing on the spinal cord. Symptoms include sudden yelping or pain, difficulty walking or dragging legs, reluctance to move or jump, stiff neck or back, paralysis in severe cases. IVDD is a medical emergency. Immediate veterinary care can make the difference between recovery and permanent damage. Avoid rough play, jumping from furniture, or running on slippery floors to protect your beagle's spine. Blank, underscore, blank. Allergies, skin and food reactions. Beagles can develop allergies to food, pollen, dust, fleas, or even certain materials. Watch for itchy skin or licking paws, frequent ear infections, hot spots or rashes, vomiting or diarrhea, watery eyes or sneezing. Treatment may include antihistamines, hypoallergenic diets, or medicated baths. Sometimes allergy testing is needed to identify the specific trigger. Blank, underscore, blank. Regular health maintenance, the checklist. Prevention is always better than treatment. Here's a simple health checklist to follow. Annual vet exams, vaccinations and parasite prevention, dental care, brush teeth or use dental chews, nail trimming every few weeks, regular weight checks, ear cleaning and coat inspection weekly. Keeping up with these basics helps you catch problems early and ensures your beagle lives a vibrant, energetic life well into their teens. Blank, underscore, blank. In summary, care is the key to a longer, happier life. Beagle health isn't about avoiding every illness. It's about recognizing the risks, watching closely, and acting quickly. Your beagle counts on you, not just for food and play, but for protection and care. The more you know, the better you can be their advocate and guardian. Every vet visit, every ear cleaning, every time you say no to extra treats, it all adds up to more time, more adventures, and more tail wags. A healthy beagle is a joyful beagle. And a joyful beagle fills your life with laughter, loyalty, and love. Ask any beagle owner what their dog loves most, and the answer is almost always the same: food. Beagles are enthusiastic eaters. They'll eat anything they can sniff out, whether it's a gourmet dog meal, a sock, or yesterday's pizza crust. But here's the truth: what your beagle eats directly shapes their energy, mood, behavior, and health. Feeding isn't just about keeping their belly full, it's about building the foundation for a long, vibrant life. Let's break down what your beagle really needs, what to avoid, and how to build a diet plan that keeps their tail wagging for years. Blank, underscore, blank. Understanding beagle metabolism. Beagles were bred for stamina, not speed. Their metabolism is moderate, not as fast as high-energy working breeds, but still active enough to need balanced nutrition. They're also prone to food obsession. That means they'll happily overeat if you let them, quickly packing on pounds. To manage this, it's crucial to feed based on ideal weight, not their appetite or begging habits. A lean beagle lives longer, runs further, and stays healthier. Blank, blank. How much should a beagle eat per day? 1 to 1.5 cups of high-quality kibble per day. Split into 2 meals. 1 to 1.5 cups of high-quality kibble per day. Split into 2 meals. Adjust based on age, activity, and metabolism. Use the rib check method. You should feel their ribs easily under a thin layer of fat. For puppies under 12 months, you'll need 3 to 4 small meals per day. Puppy-specific formulas with higher calories and protein. Frequent growth monitoring to avoid overfeeding. Senior beagles, 7+ years, may need fewer calories but more joint-supporting nutrients. Blank. What makes a high-quality dog food for beagles? Not all dog foods are created equal. The packaging may look healthy, but the ingredient list tells the real story. Look for real animal protein as the first ingredient: chicken, turkey, beef, salmon. Moderate fat content, 10–15%. Whole grains or fiber-rich carbs: brown rice, oats, sweet potato. No artificial colors, byproducts, or excessive fillers. Added omega-3s, for skin and coat, and joint-supporting supplements. Avoid corn, soy, or wheat as primary ingredients. Food dyes, preservatives, or animal digest. Too much fat or sugar, often found in gourmet or gravy products. Don't be fooled by grain-free, unless your vet recommends it. Grains aren't inherently bad and may even help digestion. Home-cooked meals versus commercial food. Some owners prefer to cook for their beagle. This can be rewarding, but it requires precision. Pros: full control over ingredients. Can reduce allergies or sensitivities. Often tastier for picky eaters. Cons: time-consuming. Easy to miss essential nutrients. Needs vet-approved recipes to avoid deficiencies. If you go the home-cooked route, work with a veterinary nutritionist to ensure it's balanced. Beagles need calcium, phosphorus, taurine, omega-3s, and a complete vitamin profile. Treats, the good, the bad, and the addictive. Treats are a training tool, a reward, and sometimes, a problem. Beagles are especially vulnerable to treat overload. Those big brown eyes will beg for more. But moderation is key. Healthy treats. Baby carrots. Apple slices, no seeds. Blueberries. Small chunks of boiled chicken. Commercial treats with minimal ingredients. Avoid chocolate, grapes, raisins, onions, garlic, toxic. Fatty meats like bacon or sausage. Rawhide can cause choking or blockages. Table scraps, especially anything fried or salt. Stick to the 10% rule. Treats should make up no more than 10% of daily calories. Common food allergies in beagles. Food allergies in beagles are less common than environmental ones, but they do happen. Signs of food allergies: itchy skin or paws. Recurring ear infections. Gastrointestinal issues, vomiting, diarrhea. Chronic licking or chewing. Common culprits: chicken, beef, dairy. Grains, rare, but possible. If you suspect a food allergy, consult your vet. They may recommend an elimination diet or a limited ingredient formula. Water, the forgotten nutrient. Beagles need constant access to clean, fresh water. Dehydration can lead to kidney issues, fatigue, and even overeating, especially after exercise or in warm climates. A good rule: always check your dog's water bowl before feeding or walking. And carry a collapsible bowl on hikes or long car rides. Supplements, do beagles need them? Most beagles on balanced commercial food don't need extra supplements. But in some cases, they can help. Omega-3s for dry skin or shedding. Glucosamine and chondroitin for aging joints. Probiotics for digestive issues. Multivitamins if feeding home-cooked meals. Never give human supplements without veterinary guidance. Dosages and ingredients differ greatly between humans and dogs. Feeding routines, why timing matters. Beagles thrive on structure. Set feeding times reduce begging, improve digestion, and help monitor appetite, which can be a sign of health issues. Tips for a good routine. Feed twice daily, morning and evening. Remove food after 15 to 20 minutes if uneaten. Avoid feeding right before or after intense exercise. Use puzzle feeders or slow bowls to prevent gulping and bloating. Routine turns feeding into a calming ritual, not a chaotic frenzy. Blank, underscore, blank. In summary, a happy beagle starts with the bowl. The love your beagle feels when you feed them isn't just about the food, it's about consistency, trust, and care. A healthy diet means more than a full belly. It means glowing eyes, a silky coat, a happy gut, and fewer vet visits. It's how you support their curiosity, their energy, and their endless loyalty. So choose wisely. Read labels. Resist the pleading eyes when they ask for a second dinner. And remember, feeding your beagle right today means more tail wagging tomorrows. Training a beagle is a lot like trying to convince a toddler to eat broccoli. They're smart enough to understand you, but stubborn enough to do the exact opposite. Beagles are incredibly intelligent. That's not the problem. The challenge is that they're also independent thinkers with strong noses and short attention spans. They were bred to follow scents for miles without human direction, which means obedience doesn't come naturally. But don't worry, beagles can be trained. In fact, when approached the right way, they become brilliant, responsive, and even obedient companions. Let's explore how to unlock your beagle's potential and train with patience, purpose, and a little bit of humor. Blank, underscore, blank. Why beagles are considered stubborn. Beagles were bred to track scents with laser focus. Once they catch a smell, the world around them fades away. That's not disobedience, it's instinct. This trait, combined with high food motivation and curiosity, can make them seem untrainable. But really, they just need training that speaks their language, clear structure, positive rewards, and short, engaging sessions. Blank, underscore, blank. The golden rule, positive reinforcement wins. Forget harsh discipline or punishment, it doesn't work on beagles. What does work? Praise, treats, play, repetition, patience. Beagles thrive on positive reinforcement. When they associate good behavior with good rewards, they learn fast, and they're more likely to repeat it. Food is a powerful motivator. Use small, high-value treats like tiny cheese cubes, cooked chicken, or dog training treats to mark good behavior immediately. Blank, underscore, blank. Start with the basics, commands every beagle should know. Even the most independent beagle can master these core commands. Sit, great for calming excitement. Stay, useful for safety at doors or roads. Come, absolutely essential for recall. Leave it, prevents them from eating dangerous items. Drop it, helps during fetch or scavenging. Heel, for structured leash walking. Start training in a distraction-free environment, like your living room. Once the command is solid, gradually add distractions, new locations, and distance. Remember, beagles may know the command, but choose not to obey if they're bored or distracted. This is why consistency is key. Blank, underscore, blank. Recall training, the toughest but most important skill. Come, is one of the hardest commands to teach a beagle, and the most important. Why? Because if your beagle catches a scent and bolts, you need a reliable way to get them back. Here's how to build a rock-solid recall. Start indoors using a leash or long line. Say, come, once, excitedly. Reward with a treat and praise when they respond. Never call them for punishment or boring stuff like bath time. Practice every day, even when you don't need them to come. Pro tip. Use a unique recall word like, here, or, to me, and reserve it only for emergency situations. Blank, underscore, blank. Leash training, ending the tug of war. Beagles love walks, but they love pulling even more. That nose-driven instinct can make walks chaotic without proper leash manners. Tips for better leash walking. Use a no-pull harness to reduce strain. Keep sessions short and positive. Stop walking the second they pull, only move forward when the leash is slack. Reward loose leash walking with treats or praise. Let them sniff sometimes, sniffing is natural and mentally stimulating. Think of walks as training opportunities, not just exercise. Blank, underscore, blank. Crate training, creating a safe, happy space. Despite what it looks like, crate training isn't cruel, it's comforting. A crate becomes your beagle's personal den, a place to relax, sleep, or decompress. Benefits of crate training. Speeds up house training. Prevents destructive behavior when unsupervised. Helps during travel or vet visits. Reduces anxiety when used correctly. Make it cozy with bedding, a toy, and occasional treats. Never use the crate as punishment, it should be a positive space. Start slow with 5 to 10 minute sessions at first. Then gradually extend. Feed meals inside the crate to build positive associations. Blank, underscore, blank. House training, patience is everything. Beagles can be tricky to house train because they get distracted easily. But with routine, consistency, and patience, they'll get it. Tips for success. Set a regular schedule for potty breaks. Every 2 to 3 hours for puppies. Take them out after meals, naps, or play. Use a consistent potty spot. Praise and reward immediately after they go outside. Watch for signs like sniffing, circling, or pacing. If accidents happen, clean thoroughly and avoid punishment, it only confuses them. Blank, underscore, blank. Mental stimulation. A tired beagle is a good beagle. A bored beagle is a destructive beagle. Mental exercise is just as important as physical activity. Ideas to keep their minds sharp. Puzzle toys and treat dispensing games. Hide and seek with toys or treats. Scent work or nose games. Trick training. Obedience or agility classes. Challenge their brain, and you'll see better behavior all around. Blank, underscore, blank. Common training mistakes to avoid. Being inconsistent, beagles notice when the rules change. Training too long, keep sessions 5 to 10 minutes max. Yelling or scolding, it damages trust. Skipping socialization, early exposure to people, dogs, and environments is essential. Expecting instant results, beagles are smart, but they're not robots. Training a beagle is a marathon, not a sprint. Stay calm, be consistent, and celebrate the small wins. Blank, underscore, blank. In summary, training the nose-driven genius. Training a beagle isn't about overpowering their instincts, it's about working with them. Once you learn how they think, you unlock incredible potential. They may challenge your patience, test your limits, and make you laugh in frustration, but they'll also reward you with devotion, personality, and a whole lot of heart. And remember, it's not about having a perfectly trained dog. It's about building a deep, trusting relationship, one command, one treat, one tail wag at a time. Beagles aren't just dogs, they're tiny forces of joy, curiosity, and just a pinch of mischief wrapped up in fur. While their floppy ears and soulful eyes melt hearts instantly, it's their quirky personalities that truly make them unforgettable. Understanding a beagle's behavior and temperament isn't just helpful, it's essential. Because beneath their adorable exterior is a complex blend of instincts, intelligence, and independence that can either charm you or challenge you. So let's dive into the colorful, chaotic, and heartwarming world of beagle behavior. Blank, underscore, blank. Natural instincts, born to track, built to explore. The beagle is, first and foremost, a scent hound. This means they're hardwired to follow their nose, literally. Once a beagle picks up a scent, their brain zeroes in versus they become laser-focused, often ignoring calls, commands, or distractions. This instinct served them well in the past when hunting rabbits and small game, but today, it means they're professional escape artists if left unattended. They're born explorers. Every walk is an adventure. Every corner could hide a story. And every smell is a mystery that must be solved. Blank, underscore, blank. The happy-go-lucky personality. Beagles are famously friendly. They're known for their cheerful, outgoing nature. And they usually get along well with both people and other dogs. They're rarely aggressive or shy. In fact, their trusting nature makes them poor guard dogs. They're more likely to greet an intruder with a tail wag than a growl. They love being part of a pack, which makes them excellent family pets. Children, especially, adore beagles because of their playful, affectionate energy. But that same sociability also means they don't do well with loneliness. Leave a beagle alone too long, and you may come home to shredded pillows or a chorus of howls. Blank, underscore, blank. The beagle howl, loud and proud. Speaking of howling, yes, beagles are vocal. It's part of their heritage. Their voices were once useful for communicating during hunts. Today, those same sounds can echo through your apartment walls. Beagles have 3 main vocalizations. A bark, short, sharp, attention-seeking. A bay, a deep, drawn-out howl often triggered by excitement. A howl, usually when they're bored, lonely, or hear a siren. While some find this endearing, others may find it challenging, especially in urban settings. Training can help, but remember, it's in their blood to sing. Blank, underscore, blank. Playful, energetic, and always moving. If you're looking for a lazy lapdog, the Beagle may surprise you. They're full of energy and love to play, chase, dig, and explore. Beagles need regular exercise, not just to stay fit, but to stay sane. A bored beagle is a mischievous beagle. Without enough stimulation, they may dig holes in your backyard, chew on furniture or shoes, escape through small fences or open doors, raid the trash in search of treasure. Mental enrichment is just as important. Scent games, treat puzzles, hide and seek, all of these feed the beagle brain and keep them engaged. Blank, underscore, blank. Intelligent but independent. Beagles are smart, but not in a do what you say kind of way. They're problem solvers, not people pleasers. That independence can make training frustrating for first-time owners. They may choose to ignore commands, not out of rebellion, but because they've decided something else is more interesting. This doesn't mean they're stubborn, it means they're thinkers. To train a beagle, you must earn their cooperation, not demand it. Use positive reinforcement and keep sessions short, fun, and rewarding. Blank, underscore, blank. Affectionate and loyal. Despite their independent streak, beagles form strong bonds with their humans. They crave companionship and love to be part of the action. They'll follow you from room to room, nap next to you on the couch, and greet you like royalty when you return home. Their loyalty is deep, but it's expressed through playful nudges, tail wags, and curled up naps at your feet. They're gentle and affectionate with children, patient with other pets, and generally adaptable to all kinds of households, as long as they're not left alone too long. Blank, underscore, blank. Food-driven, sometimes too much. If there's one thing beagles love more than playtime, it's food. They have a powerful nose and an even stronger stomach. Their food obsession can lead to counter-surfing, trash raiding, stealing food from other pets, gaining weight if not portion-controlled. The upside? They're easy to train with treats. The downside? You have to be careful not to overfeed or let them eat unsafe items. Always store food out of reach and invest in a dog-proof trash can. Blank, underscore, blank. The mischief factor, a sense of humor in fur. Beagles are funny. They know how to make you laugh, and how to test your patience. They'll do things just to get a reaction. Like staring you down while stealing a sock, or sneaking onto the couch when they think you're not looking. But their mischief is rarely malicious. It's part of their charm. They're explorers, adventurers, and little comedians wrapped into one lovable package. Blank, underscore, blank. Living with a beagle, chaos, love, and laughter. Living with a beagle isn't always easy. They'll chew, howl, steal food, and push your buttons. But they'll also love you fiercely, make you laugh every day, and fill your home with energy and warmth. Their behavior is a mix of instinct, intelligence, and a deep desire to be included. Understand that, and you'll not only handle the chaos, you'll enjoy it. Because at the end of the day, a beagle doesn't just live in your home. They take over your heart. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video. Hopefully the sharing in the video has brought you useful information and new inspiration. If you find the video interesting and valuable, don't forget to click like and subscribe so you don't miss the next videos. Please share this video with friends and relatives to spread good values together. Thank you for supporting the channel. All of your contributions are very important to us. See you again in the next videos.